My Last Duchess. This poem is written by Robert Browning. Robert Browning was born in 1812. The place is not important. It was Walworth, London. But the time is in 1789, lyrical ballads were published. Who wrote lyrical ballads? Wordsworth. And poetry had become lyrical. कविताच थोडीशी लिरिकल झालेली होती त्या कालावधीमध्ये. रोमॅन्टिक अँड लिरिकल इज रिलेटेड विथ इमोशनल, म्युझिकल and intense. And sensuous. And by 1812, 1812च्या दरम्यान the poets Wordsworth, Coleridge, Shelley, Byron, all these writers were rocking on the field of literary art. वाङ्मयिनी क्षेत्रामध्ये हे लोक प्रभाव टाकत होते. And this Robert Browning was born. His father was a clerk in bank, and his father had his own library. In that library, there were 6,000 books. Young Robert, had this treasure. ही संपत्ती त्याला सापडलेली होती. And he used this treasure for his benefit. Early in the childhood, he decided that I would become poet. Nowadays, if you want to be a poet, you will die hungry. That cannot be taken as a career. But in the days of Robert Browning, that was possible. In 1845, he married Elizabeth Barrett, and his marriage with Elizabeth Barrett is a romantic one. It is romantic. A romantic story is related with. We are not concerned here to talk about it, but it is a story of elopement. They later went to Italy. They stayed there, and Elizabeth Barrett also wrote poems, whose poem we have the next in sequence to this. The poem is of this couple was mutually beneficial to each other. It was complementary couple. You see, it was complementary couple. Complementary couple means each helped other to become stronger. Each helped other to become stronger. So, Barrett Browning was an inspiration for Robert Browning. He wrote he is famous as a playwright and a poet. He wrote monologues. So what is monologue? Mono means one. Log means speech. Monologue is a speech by one person. So he wrote monologues, and those monologues are full of qualities related with drama. नाट्यमय नाटकाशी रिलेटेड असणाऱ्या क्वालिटीज त्याच्यामध्ये आहेत. ड्रामा इज फुल ऑफ सरप्राईज, shocking characters, dramatic elements are found in these monologues. So the form which he wrote, ज्या प्रकारची कविता त्यांनी लिहिली, that is called dramatic monologue. And he wrote such a quality poems that this kind of poetry became a significant product of its time. त्याच्या काळातला एक महत्वाचं प्रॉडक्ट म्हणून हे पुढं हे झालं, प्रसिद्ध झालं. The characteristic qualities which we find in these poems are irony. This mostly in many poems he explores tragic irony. The painful irony of life. We wish that this life should be happy one, but it turns to be painful. Then there is characterization. There is dark humor. Few things are focused in his poems, and those focused ideas are not happy ideas. They focus a little bit on the negative side of life. So they bring out irony in our life in the context of negative ideas. So it is called dark humor. Dark is related with black. Black is related with pain. So dark humor means painful humor. The humor that hurts. Means, humor is specially intended to make you laugh. विनोद कशासाठी आहे? तुला हसवण्यासाठी आहे. But here laughter is not generated. Here pain is generated. It is a social commentary. There is specific historical setting, and these all qualities are reflected in My Last Duchess. If you take these qualities and then they are there, and he brings together ideas in such a way that it becomes challenge to unravel the meaning. आणि अशा पद्धतीनं त्या आयडियाज एकत्र आणलेले असतात की तो अर्थ आणणं म्हणजे अर्थ तयार करणं अवघड आहे. His famous books are Men and Women, dramatic personae, The Ring and the Book, it is an epic poem. Means it is long poem. This poem, My Last Duchess, is taken from dramatic lyrics which were published in 1842. The first publication of these lyrics was done in 1842. This dramatic monologue, as I have explained, this is a speech by one person. So a one man, one character speaks it. Dramatic monologue मध्ये काय असते, एक character बोलतो. And another one quality of this dramatic monologue is that there is presence of listener. Means simultaneously there are two characters. One is the speaker and the other is listener. But listener is not always obvious. पण जो ऐकणारा आहे तो स्पष्ट नसतो. Somewhere in the text there is suggestion that somebody is listening. There is suggestion that somebody is listening. This is characteristic feature of dramatic monologue. हे ड्रॅमॅटिक मोनोलॉग जे आहेत, नाट्य मोनोलॉग जे आहेत, एकपात्री जे आहेत, त्याच्यामध्ये त्याचं हे कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक क्वालिटी आहे. काय काय क्वालिटीज आहेत? सो इट इज देर इज अ सेंट्रल कॅरेक्टर, then he speaks, there is listener in the poem. Another one quality of dramatic lyric is it spotlights a character or the psychological characters or psychological mental condition, mental state of a person. It spotlights. Now what is meaning of spotlight? Do you know spotlight? Okay, you have seen theater. In theater there is one bulb is hung on the roof of, not on the roof, but on the ceiling of a theater platform. And it is so adjusted that it focuses certain place, certain spot of the place of the platform. त्या प्लॅटफॉर्मवरचा एखादा प्लॉट, एखादा स्पॉट फक्त फोकसमध्ये आणला जातो. There are lights from the front part. Okay, there are lights in the front part. This part lights the whole of the stage. ह्या ज्या लाईट्स आहेत त्या लाईट्स काय करतात? सगळं स्टेज प्रकाशमान करतात ना. The lights which are in front, they focus all the stage. But the spotlight focuses on one person. When there are A, B, C, D and E characters on the stage, means 5 characters on the stage, and director wants to say something more about character B. B character बद्दल त्याला जास्त माहिती द्यायची. Means now the intention of writer is that there should be interaction between character B and spectators. त्याला वाटते की आता ह्या आणि याच्यामध्ये संवाद व्हायला पाहिजे. So what happens? The light is focused on B character and B talks. Audience I is also fixed on B character. It is temporary illusion. तात्पुरता भ्रम निर्माण केला जातो की बाकीचे तिथं नाहीत. And once the spotlight is removed, it comes in contact with other characters. In different ways, this convention is used by the dramatic. वेगवेगळ्या पद्धतीनं ही परंपरा लेखक वापरत असतो. Now, in this dramatic monologues, specific mind condition of the character is spotlighted by the writer. कवीनं त्या व्यक्तीची स्पेसिफिक मानसिकता जी आहे ती मानसिकता स्पॉटलाइट केलेली आहे. अँड दे बिकम ए गुड सायकोलॉजिकल स्टडी ऑफ ए कॅरेक्टर. आणि हे एक चांगलं मानसिक अभ्यास कशाचा होतो? गुड सायकोलॉजिकल स्टडी ऑफ मेंटल कंडिशन ऑफ the character involved in dramatic monologue. In this dramatic monologue, Duke of Ferrara. What is Duke? Duke is a head of dukedom. There is kingdom. King divides his kingdom. So there is dukedom. And Duke is head of this kingdom. Means he is comparatively powerful person. He is powerful person in the society. Now Duke has wife. Duke has wife. And what is Duke's wife called? Duke's wife is called Duchess. And this poem is a speech by Duke of Ferrara. Ferrara is a place. कोकरूडचा इनामदार, सरूडचा देसाई. So Duke of Ferrara. This Duke of Ferrara has an ambassador visit his court or palace. An ambassador visits palace of Duke of Ferrara. This ambassador is representative of another duke from somewhere. The place is not mentioned. So this ambassador comes with a marriage proposal. For Duke. हा कुणासाठी मॅरेज प्रपोजल घेऊन येतो? फॉर ड्यूक ऑफ फरेरा. And this Duke addresses ambassador through this monologue. हा जो मोनोलॉग आहे या मोनोलॉगच्या माध्यमातून हा ड्यूक ऑफ फरेरा हा कुणाला ॲड्रेस करायला लागलेला आहे? ह्या ॲम्बॅसेडरला ॲड्रेस करायला लागलेला आहे. सो व्हॉट डज ही से? मीन्स थ्रू हिज स्पीच, त्याचं जे बोलणं आहे, थ्रू दिस मोनोलॉग वी लर्न not about the wife. We do not learn about the wife of Duke of Ferrara, but we learn about the Duke himself. And this Duke, as he goes on talking, opens his personality. And his personality is not good looking one. It is not happy one. But it has certain negative characteristics. It has certain negative characteristics. We come to know that he is a strong egoist. He thinks that he and his owned things are only worth things in the life. तो असा विचार करतो की त्याच्या जवळच्या गोष्टी आणि तो त्याचं अस्तित्व एवढंच या जगामध्ये सर्वात महत्त्वाचं. He loves his self and his owned things more than anything. And if anything of it disturbs his ego, he would not tolerate it. Tolerate means he will not tolerate it. So his egotist quality, his selfish personality is revealed. And not only he is egotist and selfish, but he is inhuman. For not obvious fault of his duchess, he kills her. काय अशा मारून टाकतो तिला. So it is inhuman. So these characteristics, this disposition means what? This disposition of Duke is revealed through this poem. हा जो स्वभाव आहे तो स्वभाव या कवितेच्या माध्यमातून, या ड्रॅमॅटिक मोनोलॉगच्या माध्यमातून आपल्याला समोर येतो. द पोएम इज अ 2-paged poem. I would read it. The last time when I taught the last poem, I did not read the text. But I would this time go to understand the poem, means we would understand poem by reading text. Reading text is very important aspect for understanding poetry. I would recommend that every student should read the poem for the first time and try to write down meanings of difficult words from the poem. पहिलं रीडिंग विद्यार्थ्यांना कसं करावं तर या पहिल्या वेळी सगळे अवघड शब्द जे आहेत ते शब्द त्यानं पहिल्यांदा वाचावे. Then in second reading student should try to read it aloud. दुसऱ्या ह्याच्यामध्ये त्याने काय करायला पाहिजे मोठ्यानं ते वाचायला पाहिजे. And try to understand the rhythm of the poem. So, unless you understand meaning of difficult words, rhythm of the poem, some meaning of the poem remains obscure. काही त्यातला अर्थ जो असतो तो अर्थ आपल्याला समजत नाही. लॅटर रीड द पोयम ॲटलिस्ट 10 times अलाउड. 10 वेळ ती कविता मोठ्यानं वाचायची. अँड वाईल सेईंग इट अलाउड लिसन इट केअरफुली. आणि वाचत असताना पुन्हा ती काळजीपूर्वक अभ्यास. अँड एव्हरी टाईम ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड व्हॉट काइंड ऑफ टेक्निक इज यूज्ड बाय द पोएट. आणि मग त्यानंतर त्यावेळी प्रत्येक वेळी विचार करा की काय तंत्र लेखकानं वापरलेलं आहे. सो यू नीड टू नो द टेक्निक ऑफ द पोयम. आपल्याला टेक्निक माहिती पाहिजे. सो इन द टेक्निक फ्यू थिंग्स आर टू बी कन्सिडर्ड. तंत्रामध्ये काही गोष्टींचा आपण अभ्यास केला पाहिजे. फर्स्ट थिंग इज फॉर्म. सो व्हॉट इज फॉर्म? फॉर्म मीन्स आय विल से प्लॉट. in Aristotelian term it is plot. Plot means the whole statement through the text made by the poet. Plot is representation of action. बरोबर आहे ना? प्लॉटमध्ये काय असते? आपली कृती असते, तिचं रिप्रेझेंटेशन असतं. इन पोयम फेअर टू फाइंड प्लॉट. कवितेमध्ये ते जे कवीचं विधान आहे, that statement of poet is a plot. There are certain things, they form a chain, the chain which makes meaning. How these ideas are joined together is plot of the poem. According to me, माझ्या मते या कल्पना लेखकानं कशा त्या कवितेमध्ये स्टेट केलेल्या आहेत, म्हणजे तो प्लॉट आहे. त्यानंतर सेकंड थिंग कम्स कंटेंट. द प्लॉट कम्स इन बीइंग by expressing some ideas. प्राची काय आहे? हाऊ डू आय अंडरस्टँड? मला कसं समजणार? I cannot have any thermometer which means by which I can measure your personality. Your personality I understand the way you talk to me, express your ideas, the way you react to certain situation, that those things are indicators through which I enter in your personality. Am I right? Yes. That is the thing, or that is the way these things are done. So content is the second thing. And third thing, symbols, rhythm, metaphors, and various other alliteration, allegory, irony. How all these things are in the poem, हे महत्त्वाचं आहे. आता यातलं जे टेक्निकची घटक आहेत त्यातली आयरनी फार महत्त्वाची आहे. So what is irony? Irony is a kind of allegory. Irony ही काय आहे? विरोधाभास ही काय आहे? एक प्रकारची अलिगरी आहे, रूपक कथा आहे. रूपकामध्ये काय असते? You are told a story. You are told a story that a fox tried to catch, means grapes, take, means fox tried to eat grapes from the vine. So he jumped, but he could not pluck the grapes. Then he said, probably grapes are sour. So this is one story. ही एक गोष्ट आहे ना, आणि याच्यातून दुसरा अर्थ काय तयार होतो की जी गोष्ट माणसाला सहज मिळवता येत नाही तो म्हणतो ती काय बरोबर नाही. सो दिस इज सेकंड मिनिंग. सो द स्टोरी हॅज टू मिनिंग्स. सच स्टोरी इज कॉल्ड allegory. Now irony has also two meanings. Irony has also two meanings, but this irony has two opposite meanings. That one meaning focuses, it intensifies the other meaning. दुसरा जो अर्थ आहे तो तीव्र करण्याचं काम आयरनीच्या माध्यमातून केलं जातं. सो आयरनी इज कॉमिक. दिस डिफरन्स, आयरनी विरोधाभास हा विनोदी असतो, ज्याच्यामध्ये तो फरक दाखवून समोरच्या व्यक्तीला हसायला लावलं जातं. आयरनी इज ऑल्सो ट्रॅजिक. मीन्स Lear, King Lear, distributes his property among his daughters is a good act, and he is laid to painful death. So good act comes up with bad results. इथं चांगली गोष्ट कसला रिझल्ट घेऊन येते, वाईट. याला ट्रॅजिक आयरनी म्हणायचं. व्हॉट डू वी कॉल इट? ट्रॅजिक आयरनी. मीन्स द थिंग विच रिझल्ट्स इन हॅव्हिंग सम सॅड मूड. दुःखी वातावरण जिथे निर्माण होतं त्या आयरनीला ट्रॅजिक आयरनी म्हणायचं. And that kind of irony is here. The central content of this poem, या कवितेमध्ये कंटेंट काय आहे? An ambassador from another dukedom comes with ambassador comes with a marriage proposal in the palace of Duke of Ferrara. And when the Duke of Ferrara he comes, he entertains this ambassador. He tells him that the portrait on the wall is portrait of his last wife. And in the course, he talks about who made this portrait. It was Pandolf who painted this picture. While talking about this picture, he talks about the kind of qualities which he objected in the Duchess. डचेस मधल्या कोणत्या क्वालिटीज त्याला आवडल्या नाहीत हे तो सांगतो. अँड हाऊ हिज इगो वॉज हर्ट, आणि त्याचा इगो कसा हर्ट झालेला होता. सो व्हॉट डज ही टेल? हाऊ हिज इगो वॉज हर्ट. अन इगोटिस्ट पर्सन हू इज पॉवरफुल, अहंकारी माणूस जो सत्तेमध्ये आहे, व्हॉट ही विल डू? ही विल यूज ऑल हिज पॉवर टू कंट्रोल द थिंग्स. And his way of controlling was he killed his duchess for certain reasons. This, and the latter, the ambassador, is given answered about the marriage proposal in his own way. आणि त्यानंतर ॲम्बॅसेडर मॅरेज प्रपोजल त्याच्या त्या पद्धतीनं देतो. हॅलो, मी तास करायला लागलो प्राचीन मी. ओके ओके. सो द ॲम्बॅसेडर इज देअर. नाव दिस ॲम्बॅसेडर is given the this response. Now let us read the poem. आता आपण कविता वाचूया. So what are the contents and how these all things are reflected in the poem. आता या कवितेमध्ये काय घटक आहेत आणि मी जे काय तुला सांगितलं ते ह्या कवितेमध्ये कसं रिफ्लेक्ट झालेलं आहे, त्या क्वालिटीज कशा आहेत हे आपण बघायचं आहे. फॉर every poem, everything, you should you should approach the poem in a systematical way, because you are learning what you are learning. तू काय शिकायला लागलेस? You are learning an approach to analyze a poem, analyze a novel, analyze a drama. तू काय शिकायला लागलेस की तू ह्या नाटक कसं अनालाइज करायचं, कादंबरी कशी अनालाइज करायची, कविता कशी अनालाइज करायची. द टेक्निकल नॉलेज इज सेपरेट थिंग. सो दीज आर एक्झाम्पल्स. हे जे आहेत ही कविता एक एक्झाम्पल आहे की कशी कविता अनालाइज करायची. यू वॉच मी इंटरप्रिटिंग द एक्झाम्पल. तू शिक्षकांना बघतेस की बाबा त्यांनी अशी अशी ही कविता इंटरप्रिट केली, अँड आफ्टर इंटरप्रिटिंग इट यू लर्न सम टेक्निक्स. तुला हे असं करायचं असते, असं कवितेकडे बघायचं असते, हे तुला समजतं. म्हणून ही कविता वाचत असताना मी कशी वाचतो, त्याचा अर्थ कसा करतो, हे जर आपण बघितलं तर पटकन आपल्या लक्षात येतं. सो फरेरा, व्हॉट इज ही सी? फरेरा ही सेज. हॅलो, बरं बरं ठीक आहे, ओके. बरं प्राची, आता आपण काय करूया,